elephant before? Can you just wave your hands to me? Oh, thank you. You can put your hands down. So we have a great number of people here who have seen an elephant before. So let us assume that we blindfold 4 people here who have never seen an elephant before in their lives, and we ask them to go out and come back and tell us what an elephant is. I'm pretty sure that the first person that touched the side of the elephant might say something like, "Oh, God bless me, an elephant is a wall." And the second person that touched the leg might say something like, "Oh, believe me, an elephant is a tree." And the third person that felt the trunk might say something like, "Oh, an elephant is a giant snake." And the fourth person that touched the tail, as you can see, might say something like, "Oh, an elephant is simply a long rope." So each of them has different conceptions of what an elephant is based on where they touched on the part of the animal. So the same thing goes to the conceptions of environmental crime. So for instance, if a lawyer or an attorney wants to define an environmental crime, he will define it from a legal point of view. He might say something like, "Oh, an environmental crime is a violation against the environmental law." And if an economist wants to define it, he might define it from a business angle. He might say something like, "Oh, an environmental crime is whatever you do against the environment that contributes to your own personal gain." So, for a victim of environmental crime, the case may be different. He might define it from a health perspective. So, why do we need to care about conceptions of environmental crime? We need to care because the impact of environmental crime on the natural environment, flora and fauna, ecosystems is often extensive and long-lasting. This crime has also impacted on health of the people. It has caused cancer, in some cases, birth deformities, and so many other health problems. Research shows us that those who live very close to hazardous waste plants tends to complain of high level of stress and cancer and other birth deformities. And for instance, last year we conducted a research on Chemdyne in Hamilton. Chemdyne was a chemical company that existed in Hamilton like 40 years ago. They incinerated chemical waste. But unfortunately, on 24th of August 1979, there was a chemical explosion on the site, which caused spill into the Great Miami River, killing 1 million fish, and then, as you can see, killing 1 million fish, and causing a lot of problems for the residents around that area. So many of the people that we interviewed during this research made us to understand that the traced prevalence of cancer and other birth deformities in that part of region of Hamilton to the Chemdyne explosion. And some of them also told us that lack of a strong environmental law to bring the owners of this chemical company to justice was also the problem. So it is a good point for us to know that environmental laws are supposed to be put in place to serve and protect the people. But when the policymakers don't really understand what the everyday people think about environmental crime, then this becomes a problem. And how will this law save the people in the first place? So, like Zaleski tells us that when we involve the conceptions of the lay people, the ordinary people in the society, when we involve their opinion in making of environmental laws, then it will increase the trust that people have in the people. It will increase the trust that people have in the government. And this will increase the commitment that the people have towards the law as well. Zoll also tells us that when we involve the opinions of the lay people in making of environmental law, it's something like it is their right, because these people are also taxpayers. So it is their right to have a say in making of environmental law. So I will finish by saying this. We all have a story to tell, input to give, an idea to spread when it comes to our environment. But we must choose the right over the confidence, hope rather than fear, and never to heed to our worst impulses, but our best instinct. Thank you.